Alright, so this is test game for Terra Mystica, first live on Twitch. Um, what do we have here? The digging event in round 3 comes to mind. It's always a defining event on the track. So the most important things in choosing a faction is what other faction are around, and here you have cultists and giants. So giants very aggressive. Cultists are usually a very good match against them because they can kind of develop away from the giants. I will say with the priest event here and the digging event round 2 with again the spade and darklings looks fine here, so I'll just pick darklings. Try to speed things up a little. So other things to notice, there is no spade event here, making both giants and darklings a bit better. You see that there's all the, there's all the scoring bonus, so alchemists were a possibility too, but with giants I think it's just too random. I will not go for them. Very curious to see what will be the pick here. In fourth place. So what this track tells me too, there's a priest event here on the 5th round and then trading post event. So meaning that it's, a good order. You can build a temple, take favor, one water one for TP points, and then build a bunch of TPs in last rounds. But if you have no TPs on the board, means that you will need coin to do that. But the TP, the temple events, give you money for each priest you have on the track. So if we can crowd the cult tracks, priests will have enough money to use the TP events in round 6. That's how I will do. Alright, NGs. So NGs were picked. NG makes giants even worse here because they will have competitions for the red hex square, the red hexes. But at the same time, NG are very random choice because you don't know really where giants are going to start, and if they start in middle, they can be a very big trouble. So apparently I really like giants here. I certainly don't. Okay, so as I said, all points bonus are there just not much money on the bonus. But there's a lot of money on the track. There's the spade event, which gives money, and then there's the temple event, which gives money too. So I think a viable strategy is to try to crowd Earth with priests as much as possible. And for doing so, cultists or darklings are both good choices. we'll speed up things a bit here. I think both Darklings and Cultists will go quite low, so we can speed things up. Haha, yeah, yeah, that's a good point. So yeah, as I said, I think Cultists and Darklings will be bid down a lot. Then NG will be picked after them, and then Giants, and then what we have to figure out is what kind of point difference we want between them. And at how many points different is it worth taking the risk to take NGs? NGs are really high risk, high reward here. Another interesting point to notice about this faction configuration is that cultists will probably be surrounded by at least 2, maybe 3 factions in the center, which is really good for them. They'll get a lot of power from it. So I try to scale faction in advance to see well at what point I go for my second choice, at what point I go for my first choice. Here I think ranks are a bit unclear between cultists and darklings, honestly. But clearly NG, Archer, and Giants are forward. Another interesting thing is there is no priest in the bonus, which means that Darkling's starting priest is without competition. You have all the time you want to send it to the track you want, probably hurt here. So that gives them a kind of advantage, I'll say. The problem with Darklings, though, in this configuration, is that they have difficulties to get good starting spots. If you start here on this hex, then you're in danger of giants quickly seizing that hex, and that's not good. On the other hand, if you start middle, then you're in danger that giants either start here or comes quickly around to take the yellow hex, and then you don't have your town here. So that's a bit more difficult. All right, getting near time to pick NG, I think, to go for NG. So let's see, we have Darklings 1 ahead of Cultist. Cultist 26. No, that's not right. 16 is ahead of NG. And then what fun do Giants here? Bonus are good for Giants. Maybe a 10 points difference. I don't know. The thing is, the track is kind of good for Giants here. I would have preferred them in third or fourth space, because here there's a good deal of chance that NG go for this bonus and Darkling this bonus, and then you don't have any worker for Giants to build your first dwelling after the stronghold. That might be a problem. Hmm. So, yeah. Question here is, when is it time to take Giants? And that's not easy to say. I will say we're closing in into China. I think I made two big difference between cultists and NG actually. I think that's more like a 12 points difference. So let's go on this. 1 point. So I always do this. I rank the faction that I want. Here it's Darkling, Cultists, NG, and then Giants. And then I decide how many points I should put between them. And here I see 1 point difference between Darkling and Cultist, 12 points advantage on Cultist over NG, and 12 points advantage on NG over Giants. And as you see, we're right there right now. So I think you're either on Cultist or NG. Just a moment. Alright, a little publicity. Maybe some of them will join, we'll see. Thanks, Annie. I think I shall hire you as my agent. Alright, so both of you guys have been watching, right? Any thoughts that you feel that so you know exactly when I want to go for Giants now. Which huh. Yeah, I'm having second thoughts. Hmm. So we're just about where Giants will be interesting here. Only question is, can we handle Angie's potential? Let's see, the red hexes. And okay, I think we can. I think I have a plan. Sure. Yeah, sure. No problem. As I said, it's a test run. And if I'm going to do this, people are gonna be watching, so. Alright, here's the question now. Do we start both dwelling centers? Or do we start one here and one here, more like trying to explode the north? Both dwelling center has big advantages that it's very difficult for both cultist and G to develop. It's more aggressive stance. Oh, interesting. So I would have expected Angie to start at the center of the highland, but he started here. Probably he was afraid that if I start here, I will cut off very fast the city in the south, either me or Darklings, or both. But the advantage of being here also has quicker access to the sex if I decide to start center. However, if I start here, we have much more difficulties. What do they do if I start here? Will we go for the shipping bonus? Hmm. No, I like that plan. I prefer to start from the middle. Uh, so, if I start here, probably takes the shipping bonus and grab the red hex here very fast. I think that was the plan. Or maybe this one? I don't know. So, yeah, and if he takes this hex, it becomes a lot harder to connect. I don't especially like it. So, if the goal of starting here was to avoid me being there at work. Right. I find talking and listening, talking and playing at the same time confusing. I hope I won't be too slow in this game. I'm not the fastest usually, so I hope it won't be a problem. Maybe I'll try to send some misinformation to you guys. Try to lead you astray. Yeah, I thought about it. Yeah, cultists are interesting here. The double Earth cult is obviously really good for them. Here, cultists will have this interesting dilemma. Do you go over on the air track to try to grab the first spade, or do you focus on the Earth track straight away? I never really quite know what to do in these circumstances. If you go up on the air track, uh, then you risk not reaching the first spade. Maybe, especially with giants here, maybe you can go for 5 to air. Uh, Air 2 will give you power, will give you resources. I think it's a very viable option actually. Especially since there's a lot of bonuses, it's a very good scoring track. There will be plenty of way to score points. I would not be surprised at all to see cultists going to air, which means that they can go on the air track and get the spade. Cultists also here, often when darklings are there, you don't have the chance of jigging this black to uh, build two dwelling in the first with only one spade. But here with this positioning, they have this opportunity. However, they'll have a little bit less leech, or at least less faster leech from MG because MG started there. But they should get plenty of leech anyway from the center hex. Alright, so as predicted, NG went for this bonus, the one worker power, and Darkling went for the two workers, leaving us with two options, the shipping bonus or um, the TP bonus, but that's not really good, so we'll go for the shipping bonus and hope we can use it to expand somehow. So one thing we'll have to plan here is where we want our cities. Usually with giants you will want 3 cities. And giants, one of the reasons I like them in this track is that they have the opportunity to do a very fast down. If you can do like a town in the middle track, in the middle hexes here, it can be really good for them. So that's what we'll attempt. That's the plan. Short-term plan is to build around this area and get a second round town. Interesting. So NG drums try to win the double spade. Uh, Maybe he was afraid I will use that, although I don't really have that many workers. Not sure I could have. Also, Cultist maybe was threatening to use it. So, and we've lost our first red hex. That's really the problem with engine the game here, is that uh, getting our red hex will be more difficult. We'll have competitions for them. So, of course, by starting center, we're expecting to lose this one. That's not a big surprise. The advantage is that we'll keep this one, which we will have most certainly lose if we started there. As you see, Cultists will have a lot of difficulty in the setup to do a middle gem, but at the same time, you'll get a ton of power. And whether you can use this power to have a jump start in this economy, um, it should really not be a problem. And if you can use this power to really improve this economy, it should not really be a problem here to expand, say, north, uh, in order to compensate from the fact that you cannot town it at his initial spot. Or at least it's usually the case. With giants it can be different. Because it's a bit harder to access north for cultists when giants are in the game. Hmm. Okay. So Darklings just did a bunch of power with this move. He now might be thinking about building a stronghold. I think it's perfectly possible for him. So which means that he will take the 2 worker, and we need them, so we'll take them straight away. Alright. So now we can have like a pretty good start, I think. There's no doubt we can do the stronghold in 2 dwellings. And then the plan for round 2 will be to do 1 dwelling, 1 bridge, and 1 TP. And to have a very fast down that we can use maybe to improve our shipping or to get some money. Darkwing just went for the priest. I wonder if he's considering getting still the stronghold. Yeah, the sanctuary, sorry. Because sanctuary is a really, really powerful building for Darklings. I've heard someone said once that it's not just a powerful building, the sanctuary is why Darklings are good, and I think it's true. You want your sanctuary round 2, and if you can get it round 1, you go for it. Probably has the opportunity to do it here. So we'll see what he does. But I think if I was him, I would go for it. So We have a little bit of time here, so we might start thinking about what we'll need for uh, our round 2 plan. We'll need, we said, 1 dwelling and 2 trading posts. That's 3 worker and 5 coins. Should not be a problem, as we'll have 4 worker income and probably still a bit of money left. Then we'll have to get 3 power for the bridge. So Kilsys does go for Fav Air Tube, which I think is the right choice. Now he's in range to get the first spade, which we'll be able to spend here. You'll have power the whole game, which is very good because there's a lot of way to convert resources into points, and it still has a good, a good, a fair chance, I think, of getting the dwelling favor, the one earth favor, the one that everyone wants. So yeah, I think that's a very good choice. Darkling went more conservative with the dwelling favor. And then G went more aggressive with Earth 2. Wonder if that means that Darklings doesn't intend to do his Sanctuary anytime soon. So no Sagan favor and therefore no need for an economic favor. To me, if I was him, the only reason... Oh wow, Cultist just TP there. So giving Darklings all the opportunities really to get their Sanctuary going. Huh. So we got a bunch of power now. And we have options. We can go for the coins, which we will need sooner or later. And I like that idea because it takes us away from Darklings. Or we could do one more dwelling, but I think the coin is more precious here. So many Giants player like to, if they have the slightest chance of going for the dwelling favor, they go for it. And there's good reasons for that. I mean, Giants are a powerful faction in terms of economy, but they have a very hard time to score. That's their problem. So the dwelling favor, Earth 1 itself, all that. When I play Giants, I like to go a little bit differently. And I usually will pick Giants when I find the track is good for them. And I think here it's a very good track for them. So I'll attempt to not take... I don't think so. I don't think I will take a favor, scoring favor early on. Might even wait until the round 5 to build my first temple. That's the plan, but then everything can change. I mean, if there's the opportunity to grab Earth 1, I will. But it's I'm very comfortable not getting it. I think there's enough bonus, and the track is good enough that I won't need it. So Darkling decided to build a dwelling here, which put an end to the possibility of building around one sanctuary. Since he took the dwelling favor, it probably means that he won't do around two sanctuary either. Otherwise, it's a mistake to have taken the dwelling favor because he could have taken it round two. No way giants are fast enough to get a temple going before darklings get their sanctuary. Mm. Right. We're getting a ton of power here. The center start is really paying. Alright, so first dig here. I think Cultus will drown in power, actually. I mean, can you believe that? He might go to 0 points. I mean, I've seen Cultus start at 0, the Magic does it quite often, but to go to 0 when you start at 6, that's a lot of power that you got. And he also, I mean, he made 6 points from building 2 trading posts, so he already gave up a very surprising amount of points, right? He did give up 11 points in leeching up to now. It's crazy. And if, in case you're wondering, I think it's good. I mean, you should always leech everything in round 1. Obviously. So right now we are 28 points ahead of him, but don't be fooled. It doesn't mean much. I was wondering if Angie will go for the temple here or the dwelling. He chooses dwelling, which I think is fine. Again, he knows that he can do the temple next round before I have any opportunity to do it. So he's not in any hurry to grab Earth 1. So Cultist, yeah, he's passing now. I'm curious to see what he'll go for. It seems that, yeah. Okay. Chuck probably wanted the worker more than anything else. Yeah, I don't know. What's this plan here? Probably we'll use a spade and build 3 dwelling next turn. Okay, so our turn to pass. I mean, there's the sanctuary bonus, which is really good for us. So no Sagantov here. The stronghold sanctuary bonus. It's 4 points. It's 2 worker. It's all that we need. Yeah, so Kiltist. Wonder what he goes for now. He decided to really climb up here and didn't realize, but he got just 2 spades here. So he's probably sending his priest to Earth, I will bet. Doesn't need really any power action. I'm a bit surprised no one sent a priest. Yeah, in round 1 there. Darkling decided to really expand his economy instead. But there was so much goodies on the Earth call. Very surprised he didn't go for that. So NGZ's plan here is quite clear. He took the spade, so he wants to build there. And he wants to do the temple first. I wonder if I give anyone a scare by building a TP. Yeah, I know. Alright. Okay. So there's by building these 2 dwellings here, we've grabbed a lot of space. We also were able to connect our 2 initial dwellings, which is really good. And also we are now in an interesting position. Again, hopefully, if everything goes well, the plan here is to do a fast down. Now, if we succeed in doing a fast down, we'll have an interesting option that usually you don't have as giants, which will be to go for the 2k down. So usually you never go for 2 key downs for giants because you want this down only if it gives you cult presence. Here it doesn't. I mean, if it gives you cult bonuses, sorry. Usually does limit your cult bonus because most of bonus are spades and you can't really use them unless you're at level 8 on the cult track. But here, the bonus on the track, except for this round, you'll have 2 rounds in which the bonuses are not cult bonuses. So that's definitely a possibility. Other possibilities will be to go for coins, because you always need coins, especially if we decide to go more like for scoring favor. We could go for a temple. I mean, that's still possible. Or either a priest, because if we don't have temple, we don't have priest. We want priest. or maybe the shipping bonus, which is always good for giants because you have a hard time getting priest since you don't have temples, and the shipping bonus is a good way to get that. I'm actually very tempted to go for the shipping bonus. The shipping town, I mean. The 2K town will be funnier, but since I don't intend to build a temple early, I think it could be wasted with not enough cult presence to make it work. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, let's go with the shipping town. So, we reach our first objective. We got a town in round 2. Now, what other objective do we have? Now that we have the shipping bonus, we're kind of threatening this hex, and that might bother Angie a lot. Whether or not he should be bothered is a different question. I mean, as a giant, you take this hex only if you want to try to kill Angie. And we're not trying to kill Angie, we're trying to win the game. So, might not be a priority. Still, I feel like Angie will be the main contender. You know. Or Kiltist if you can somehow convert all these resources into points. But Kiltist will be very strong. He has the 2 temple. I can very well use, for example, the shipping bonus, the past shipping bonus. I'll have a lot of coins, so he probably plans to do something like that. Like now, pass for the shipping bonus. Advance is shipping twice. I mean, that's perfectly viable plan. Because it's a perfectly viable plan, I think we're going to go for it for ourselves. So shipping bonus for us has a lot of advantages. 3 points. We're passing first, giving us the double spade for the spade event. And it's giving us 3 points for the shipping town. So I think it's against the cultist's plan, so I think it's a winner. Let's go for it. Alright. So we'll do a bunch of power now. 8 power, meaning that we'll have 6 power in the third ball, and we'll be able to start the round with the double speed. And probably use it twice. I mean, use a double spade and use our double spade giant's ability. What we're trying to do here is very simple. We're trying to maximize bonus points and track points to compensate from the fact that we won't have any score in favor, because we're waiting for round 5 to build a temple as a strategy. As you saw, maybe Kilsis was down to 0 points while we were at 44, but again, that's really should not be any sign that Cultus is going less well than we are. I think Cultus is doing really fine, actually. I expect him to have a strong game. He'll have a lot of resources. Might have trouble to connect. So a question now, where will we make our third town? I mean, we have a town in the center. We have a town in the south center, eventually, hopefully. And then there's an option to do a town in this northern area or in this west area. I do lean more toward the north area. There's pros and cons for both. The advantage of the northern area is that you have much more chance to link two red hex together. But the advantage of west area is that you'll have neighbor to build your TPs. That will be our main problem here. I'm very confident in that game, actually, except for one thing. Building trading post might be hard. Might not be in the best position to do it. Didn't realize Darklink went for a second top. I wasn't paying attention. Well, Darklink doesn't have a bad game, actually. Alright, so the plan was take the double speed here. The advantage of the strategy is also that it makes NG going to... NG is already block northwest. Now he's pretty much block southwest here. So NG expanding game will be harder. You see, NG jumped on this. Well, that's normal for a different reason. But maybe he was afraid that we will take it. Now it will be interesting to see what Howie has in mind. Another option I didn't consider earlier would be to go more for this northern area. It has advantage. So, alright, start advancing ship. We'll have to keep an eye on what he's doing. Is he trying to go north or is he trying to go south? If Cultist is trying to go south, you may want to take that hex very fast. But if he's going to more north, you might want to take that hex fast. We'll see. And how do we know? Well, if he gets 2 ships, it means he wants to go north. And if he stays with 1 ship and dig the black, then we know what he's doing too. So once you got 2 ships, let's go there. On this spot, I just pointed with my finger. That was a bit dumb. So, Cultist played more of a waiting move. Maybe he heard me, I don't know. Well, we'll play a waiting move of our own and see how it goes. So, one thing to keep in mind is that with this run we have 4 digs. One is definitely going in the south, and then what? Could get 3 in the north and try to get north with the advantage of kind of limiting Cultist game. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay. So taking that hex has many advantages. It stops Darklings from any possibility of connection. It stops cultist expansion pretty much in the north, and a kind of plan for northern town, so I like it all. I'll go for that. Now, if I'm not wrong, I think that Darklings is trying to dig and save as much as he can for the dwelling event, which I think is a bad strategy, honestly. You want economy. Economy are often worth more than points, especially in the first 3 rounds. So I understand maybe not building them all, but just leaving it at 2, I think it's not a good idea. There's a fair chance here that Darklings will pass for the dwelling bonus. Because of this strategy, which will be a bit unfortunate. I was hoping to get it, honestly. It will be 7 points for us, but the good side is that we get, if he does, we still get 4 points. So with the stronghold, it's not such a big difference. And that's interesting. Clearly we need more coins and workers. So if we pass for the dwelling bonus, we get coins, but if we pass for the stronghold bonus, we get workers. But that's when you have to remember that workers can be used as coin. I mean, you should not be disappointed because you got 2 workers instead of 2 coins. So always keep in mind that those 2 resources can be transformed, right? So it seems there's a problem with my Twitch. I just checked if Twitch was going well, and it says that there's a network problem, so I'll just try restarting it, maybe. I didn't see the chat. I will have to find a way to see that. Alright, so what's not working here? Alright, seems to be working now. Oh, Giants went Sanctuary. Wow. Didn't see that coming. Hmm. Hmm. Alright, so I think we're back on. Okay, good. Well, it's the first time. I have no idea what went wrong this time. I saw that there was some people watching there. Oh, that is something. For first, it's good. So you see, that's a good example. Well, I wonder what's dark wingspan here. Oh wow, didn't expect that. Now we have an interesting dilemma. So I suppose NG did that, hoping to access this side of the map. Or maybe even to do something here. Huh. So the interesting dilemma here, well, is do we go below 6 power token in order to take the coins? And the answer is, I don't know. uh, I think we do. I think that coins is really, really precious at this point of the game. Uh, we don't have that many. So yeah. Yeah, so if people are watching and chatting to me, I'm afraid I haven't really worked out a way yet to make the chat show yet. I'm afraid I'm not seeing you. You can maybe uh, for next time I'll try to find some way to make it work. If we do it like this. Well, Alright, so I've completely missed what was going on, and apparently, while I was trying to fix things, and apparently cultists used that time to get to 3 ships, which is a problem to us. We are trying to uh, get as many X North in order to do a town, so we'll have to take it before he does, like this. Alright. So Cultist is at 3 ships. What does that tell us? He's going to take those 2 rounds, for sure. At one point you'll have to want to connect, and that will be done through here. Expect now that I cannot hold him taking this yellow. We'll have to deal with it. Yeah, there we go. So you see, now do we reach that? It's so weird. So they will reach that at 6 power. I think that we down. Even if we're not really a competition on the calls, I think that Cultist is kind of a threat now, especially with the shipping bonus. It's gonna do a lot of points. I think we decline and hope someone beats him on the calls, but it's gonna be tough. Huh, tough call. Or we do reach and we say that, well, Cultist is just going to take all the calls anyway, whatever we do. Clearly, both MGs and Darklings haven't focused much on calls either. I haven't. So it kind of left him free there. Yeah. I don't think we're catching him. Alright. So that's always a difficult decision against cultists. I never really knew. Oh wow. So aggressive. Why? I really didn't see that coming. That was a tree worker terraformation. Huh. Well. It's gonna make this game very hard. I don't see... Not sure I can recover from this, and I don't think NG is going anywhere now. Oh, kind of sad. A bit pointless, I think. Um, alright. So that was our 7th loading spot. It's not available anymore. Probably a good time to pass now. Pass, get some good bonus, and prepare for next turn. There's nothing else to do. So yeah, aggressive moves. I think you should almost never do aggressive moves in TM. The thing is, it's a 4-player game, and when you do, you're really hurting. Uh, you're really hurting your game. Um, and you're hurting someone else too, of course. In this case, me. um, but yeah, now what NG really doesn't have no reason for that. I think he could have just built the 2 south hex there, um, and you will not have you will not have wasted 3 workers. Later, when you have a spade, you can take the green hex without any problem and still go west. So the only reason why he will take that hex for 3 workers is that you're trying to destroy the Giants game, which seems to be the plan here. Uh, I mean, I cannot see any other explanation for it. And probably will succeed. Uh, I mean, we already have very few red hacks because we're playing against a great player. Getting one last really hurts. Um, we may still have a shot at Tree Town, but with a very small network. So apparently Danny has been yeah, I'm certainly not taking that. I know, Danny. I know you're not an aggressive player. I appreciate very much playing with you. It's nothing personal. I think I disagree with the move. And think that there was a better option for you. But as far of being a gentleman in play, you're definitely one. So nothing personal here. Alright, so what do we still have here? We still stand a chance. Tree Town is not absolutely impossible, depending on how it goes. We have, I think, a good shot at... Well, that will be a question here. We'll go first in the round, and do we go for the dwelling, the water one favor, or do we try to go for the coin bonus? Alright, so here's the thing. We really need I think water one. Cannot take a chance here. So it seems that Darkling strategy in the end was quite sound. I think I and underestimated his strategy. It's looking good. He's done a lot of dwelling this turn. He seems to have a strong position. Well, no worries for me. So we have a lot of... What can we do this turn? We'll hope to be able to do 2 dwellings, 2 temples, 1 TP. If that makes any sense, maybe we'll have to remember to build a bridge at some point. So maybe that's now. Maybe next turn. How much do I need for all this? So 2 temple, 4 worker and 10 coin. 1 TP, 2 worker and 3 coin. And 2 dwelling, 2 worker and 4 coin. So that's total of 8 worker and 17 coin. It's quite, yeah, it's quite alright. As I said. It's really a test for this run. Hopefully next time will be better. Okay. So another thing to take into consideration is that I've taken the stronghold boss. So maybe instead of 2 temples, I could be tempted to build a sanctuary straight up. And I'm actually very tempted by that. The advantage of the sanctuary is that I'll need 1 less digging for my town. Yeah, yeah, makes sense. Hmm. So Shivzit is asking if I'm telling the world how much better I am than he. Actually, I was telling the opposite. I was saying that he played a very good game, and I underestimated his strategy. Uh, yeah, I thought he would not have enough worker for what he was planning, but with the town and with the action, he ended up fine. Uh, Now, though, one interesting change notice here. Huh. I could still go for action 4 because Shipzit, the Darkling player, he doesn't have any TP on, so we cannot, and he already has a Sanctuary, so we cannot take Water 1 straight up. Uh, However, if I go for action 4, then I cannot bridge. And I usually prefer to bridge earlier than later. So how do you solve this dilemma? I mean, you still have shot at the bridge for next turn. No guarantee. Alright. Yeah, I don't think we need action 2. Action 4. Might go for the bridge straight up. Normally no one should want the bridge. Well, Angie wants the bridge. Yeah. It's probably better to go for the bridge. Alright. So somehow we're still leading in points here. I wonder now. So the first is easy. First temple is easy. We want water one. Second is more tricky. I think I just like. Yeah, second is trickier. Do we go for fire 2 or do we go for air 1 for the second favor that we'll take? It's not clear to me. I would love to I will certainly love to get 2 temples until the end of the game. I mean a sanctuary and another temple. But I'm not sure I can. So that's the dilemma. If I think I can make another temple, then the second favor should be air 1. But if not, then I go for fire 2. So one advantage of going fire 2 is that I probably can do a town, and with the town getting a priest, and with the priest getting 2 coins from the track. Hmm. Yeah. Still think that probably R1 is the way. Yeah, so I'm leeching everything from Cultist now. I've decided that he was too strong on the call tracks and hopefully low enough on points, though I will not swear to that. Uh, we'll see. Alright, so unless something really weird happened. She'll be able to build a sanctuary. Um, and maybe a TP until the end. Then, can we build 3 TP, 1 dwelling, and a temple next turn? That will ask for 9 workers. And what, 16 coin? We have a town now. Yeah, I think it should work. We'll definitely have the 9 workers. Oh, we also have to advance ship. So 20 coins, that's a lot. Alright. Okay. So sanctuary it is. And since we have to take some risk, I think I'll go here one. Okay. So here's a question. Are we afraid that Darkling will pass next year? I will not think he will, because oh, Cultist pass. So danger here will be I don't pass, Angie pass, and then Darkling pass. I doubt that will happen. Feels like a strange time for Angie to pass. He might. Darkling is also strange. Alright, I'll do 1 TP and see what's what. Okay, he did send his priest to fire. I'm a bit surprised, but it's fine for me. Here, so the reason why I don't think Darklings would pass is that he has 2 priests and only 2 in his stock, which will mean losing 1. You also have the possibility of making the last TP. We'll see. He might pass. I mean, 1 priest is not the end of the world. It'll not be good for me. We'll regret that TP. Yep, that's it. He wanted to use his priest. You know, in hindsight, I think I made a mistake. I should have passed. And I think Darkling made a mistake to not pass him. Although it's not as a big mistake for him because he knows that no matter, yeah, for him it's not the same than for me. Because he knows that no matter what happens, he can just, he will have a scoring bonus one way or another. So yeah. Okay. So we are scoring, no doubt about it. Now, we won't score much in endpoints, that's a big problem. I mean, if you look at it, we almost have nothing on cults, and we most probably will be third on network. Right, certainly we don't reach that. The good thing is that other player score is really, really low. I mean, it will go up. Seems that Angie's on a mission here. He's trying to win the fire call, which will be good, I suppose. Although it's hard to tell. It's a weird experience to be streaming. Sometimes I want just to check stuff like, oh, I have a move to play on my Snellman tournament. And I'm like, oh, it will not be very professional to go to check that. It's a bit of an adaptation. In Snellman, you mean? I like my game there, yeah. I think that some player made mistakes at the beginning, but I went with a bit of a bold strategy, denying, not taking Earth 1 even though it was available, preferring to go fire 1 for economy. I think it was a good decision. Alright, so NG's making move on Cult. Good thing is you won't have a scoring bonus for last round. So he's more a trap than Cultist might be. I don't know, maybe. Yeah. Cultist has at least one town coming, maybe a second. If he's really bold. I don't know if it's possible. Probably not. Probably only one town coming. So I suppose Engine then maybe Darklings, but Darklings will have a lot of trouble to make this last town. Alright, he went for the coins. So, we are in a weird position here. We got a ton of workers and very little coins. Also, I probably made a mistake. I should have made my TP here rather than here. So we don't town up straight away, but it's not a big deal. The coin city was gone anyway. That we definitely have to do. I don't know if that will be the fire 2 favor will be popular, but let's not take a risk. Sometimes it can go very fast. Kills us a lot of resourcing. Question is, can he turn them into points enough? No. Right. So, first down we need coins. There's no coin town. We'll take the power town. And we keep scoring. I mean, that's what this game has been about. To score without at first any scoring favor. And now we intend to make the most out of the 2 we have. So we do a lot of in-game points and almost no points in the end game, which is a completely opposite strategy to say cultists. We'll do a ton of points in the end game, but not that much end game. So I would say Darkling is definitely thinking about another town, and he probably has it. Unless NG's top him, but NG doesn't have any dwelling left. He doesn't have enough shipping, so I doubt that will happen. Darkling and me will have a similar kind of game in the end, meaning that he'll have a lot of in-game point, but not so much in terms of end game point. She'll get 6 for network, he won't get any. But you'll get maybe a bit more on the cults. So, where do we stand here? In an ideal world, I'd like to build 1 dwelling at least, 2 TP, and 1 advanced shipping. So that will be I always like to write down the last round. To me it helped me figure it out. Usually it helped me to play faster too. So to do that we need 12 coin and 5 workers and 1 priest. We have the priest. We have 10 worker, so 5 extra. And 5 coins. So we're lacking 7. So the workers are coins basically here. And we're not that short. But we should be able to do it. So what kind of network will Darkling have? If we take away these 4. Does he has a chance to compete with me here? So yeah, take Luxus 3rd priest is going there. And G is nowhere near stopping him. So we'll have 4 here. 8, 10. Should not be too hard even if it gets an 11th here. I should have, so I have 3, 7, 11, 12. Unless I'm missing something I will be okay. Question now. Do I want this shipping town here? Is there any left? Yeah, there is. So the advantage of the shipping town here will be to give coins to free a priest that I can send to the track. Probably not bad. I think that's what I will go. It's the safest option. Maybe not the best. Maybe the 6 power coin will be more optimal. But kind of feel it will be simpler to just take the shipping town. So then he cannot leech. We'll use that as an opportunity to build next his single dwelling. There we go. Alright. So we're connected. Didn't talk about that, but it's probably alright. Yeah, Darkwing is not beating us in that way. So the good news is that we'll pass for 12. We still have 6 to score with that last TP. We have an okay position. I mean, we have crumbles. Crumbs. Not crumbles. Crumbs on the cult, but that's enough. Might be enough. So if you're Darklings, what city do you go for? Probably the 11 points, honestly. Or the priest one. Darkling won't do that much on clouds. Huh. So here we go. Cultist thinks he has a third town in him. And he's probably right, yeah. Cool use. Yeah, no. There's only one play in. It's to build one last temple. One last trading post. Alright. So if it was of any use, we could consider build another dwelling. With what we have left. Right now it will tie NG on the on the network and pass cultist. But yeah, no. Both will build at least one for NG and two for cultists. I don't believe in that at all. Probably the play here is just to secure the air track. Well, second place on the air track, obviously. That's not much, but I'll settle for that. It's that kind of game where you have really little code play. So I do believe I have the edge on Darklings here in the end. Yeah, he's only passing for 4 points. So Cultist is really hard to predict at this point. And so is NG. NG will win, probably win that turf. He will do a ton of points. I mean, we still have many trading posts to go. Yeah, probably NG is the main trap. Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the play is to send Priest to the air track. Oh, Cultist advanced digging. Yeah. Where does that leave him? He definitely wants to go there. And that's a bunch of workers, so like 7. Oh, he advanced twice. Sorry. I missed that. Okay, so it's 4 workers. Means that he's definitely building 2. Yeah. Weird. So top right, Hallie. Yeah. So and she's definitely easy. Easy winning that first. You Cultist workers spare. He might decide to transform this one. So in terms of endpoints, let's say NG wins the network battle. Yeah, it probably will. He's doing 12 more points than me on network. 12, 14 points. Alright, so Danny is telling us his strategy here. Well, I guess I'm telling him mine, so it's only fair. I've been telling him mine. Uh, yeah. Yeah, no idea the strange language he was speaking. Alright. Alright, we did what we could. Yeah. In terms of my play, I'm satisfied with this game. I think the plan was good. Um, don't think it got us first, but pretty confident about this again. I think NG will get this one. So strangely, Cultist went for the power town, which means that he's not done. Otherwise, he goes for the points town. What does he have in mind? Sure. Yeah, probably just a dwelling TP. I don't know. Yeah, yeah, it was an interesting game. I'm still, well, you will win the game, so I suppose I cannot complain about his move. Or, but I still think that I think he will still have won without the the tree worker dig on the red hex. I'm not sure I see the point of that. But yeah, yeah. Overall, it was a very interesting game. Again, it's recently I've been experimenting with the center start. With Giants. I've seen Raphael do it, Raphael Ryu. And thought it's worth a try. Uh, oh. But yeah, for the tree, Danny's talking about the tree worker dig here. Uh, I mean, if he wins the game in the end, you cannot really you cannot really reproach the idea. Uh, I'm very surprised. I thought NG was digging all over the place. That he was in a bad position will not work. And well, in the end, he did great. I mean, good for him. I wonder how he got all these workers. Wasn't paying close attention enough, but obviously succeeded to produce tons of work. That was well done. Right. What do we do with that? Tempted to leech, or yeah. May regret it if Cultista comes on top. But I I think he's too far. He's passing for a lot, and he has a lot of endgames for him. But I don't think it's enough. Hmm. Yeah, so then he decided to go for water cult. Probably the right decision. It's more points. Um, so they will be tie on network. Yeah, we'll see. Pretty sure NG wins at the 9th second. But we'll see. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. I'm tired of cultists. Oh, man. That last leech is costly. Oh, no. He's far away. Okay. Okay. Oh, so I'm third. Oh. Well played, guys. Yeah, so... Yeah, it was a fun game. And very tight in the end. I mean, the score were really very close. I suppose overall it was well played. Yeah. So, does that mean we went for Giants too early? I don't think so. It's really hard to say. Uh, the strategy almost worked. It was very close. Got you very little. Maybe like if I could have two more dwellings, then I tie the other on network. So yeah, not much. Right. Yeah, the two giants do better starting right? I don't know. I think it was going pretty well. Uh, I I actually, as Angie, honestly, I find it like less. I prefer when um, giants start east than when they start center this way, honestly, because uh, this red X is just very important, the center one, and you get it's really hard to end up being able to go west. Um, Here, I haven't paid close attention enough to know how NG did it. I think uh, he probably got a lot of lead. Well, got a lot of lead early on for sure. That was good compensation for him. But yeah, I think I'll end the stream. Yeah, I hope you had fun. I certainly had fun. Uh, hope maybe to do this in the future. I was doing a test, thinking maybe I could play um, maybe for first season of Arena have a regular meeting for people to chat. Hopefully I'll find a way to have my chat here and be able to follow. Uh, but yeah, so people can chat and maybe ask questions, learn a little bit about the game. I think it's could be like could be a regular meeting. I hope so. Hope you had fun and yeah, bye.